Alright, I wanted to do another video. This is about, this is going to be a story of mine. Okay, a little backstory. I live in Fukushima. You obviously know that if you're watching this, and the title, okay. Alright, the guy I'm staying with is a potter. He makes ceramics, but he specializes in building kilns. And yeah, I'm just out for a little walk. Nice day. Doesn't really feel like the rainy season, but yeah, he specializes in building kilns, and we went down to I think it's like 2 hours south here, Mashiko, I think it's Mashiko, and it's a city that it's like a kind of a tourist city, but it's really traditional for sorry about the wind, actually. I'm pretty sure it's probably bad. Traditional for the ceramics. So we went down there to meet a friend of his, and he's getting together with a bunch of other potters, his friend. And they're trying to find out what the effects of making their pottery has on the radiation, because cesium I've done a lot of research, a lot of studying on the subject, obviously living here. But okay, cesium, when it's inside wood that's been left outside into the elements, what happens is it'll stay in the wood, and I think it has a half-life of 30 years. But okay, when it's brought up to the temperature of 2200 degrees, got a car? 2200 degrees Celsius, the cesium in the wood and in the ash gets re-released back into the air. And so that's pretty much what they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop this from happening, but a lot of their pottery in wood fire kilns has to be brought up to at least 1250, sometimes even 1350 degrees Celsius. And his friends are getting together and trying to form like a group to pretty much make pottery, have it crushed, sent off to labs, and just to find out if the cesium is making it into the pottery itself. Because when you fire something in a wood kiln, you're essentially using the ash to give it an effect. That's what you see when you see the effects on the pieces. And yeah, I've kind of gotten a little, well, not really off track, but okay. We went to go see his friend, and he's trying to start the group, and another car's coming. And in doing all this, one of his friends, who found out after the fact that he'd been re-releasing the cesium back into the air, actually killed himself. And pretty much I got to hear all about that, and I got to hear all about how they're starting this group to figure out what the radiation, or how the radiation's affecting their pottery, and if they're affecting the environment and doing it. And pretty much what I'm trying to say through this whole story is this is going to sound selfish, and it is selfish, but I'm so angry at the situation, because if it wasn't for this, I would still be here. But think about if I think, what kind of conversations could I have had with these people that weren't about radiation, that weren't about, oh, I got another car coming, just a second. If it wasn't about radiation, what else could I have learned? What else could I have done? It sounds depressing, and I hate that these videos sound depressing, because I'm having a wonderful, look at this place. Look at this. I can't really see if it's really nice and bright on the screen, but it's a great place. I'm having a great time. And it's bittersweet, because every time I realize I'm having a great time, I forget about the radiation. And then the next morning, or after a good night of hanging out with people and meeting all these awesome people, when we're not talking about radiation, I kind of digress, and it's like I was able to forget about it that easily. This whole situation, and it sucks. But yeah, the whole thing about the story was I'm being selfish in the fact that I wish this didn't happen, but I wish I could have had all these conversations with all these wonderful people I've met, and them not to have been about radiation. I wish I could have learned more about them, more about their craft or things like that, and not had to learn about Gimpatsu and learning about the boundary lines, cesium, becquerel counts, and things like that. And it sounds wrong to say, but I do feel like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make more upbeat videos now that I think about it, because this is really depressing. Well, for me it is. But yeah, sorry about the video being all jumpy. Alright, well, thanks for watching if you watched all this. Have a good time.